All right, what is up guys? Welcome back to the videos. And if you haven't guessed it, today's video is about the Aristo. Some of you may not know this, but the Aristo, I actually did not have it for the last like 2.5 weeks. We had a problem with the car, and essentially I'll tell you guys what happened. I was driving home. This is my daily driver. We were driving home from work and the car just died. And no signs of anything, just straight died. Like, car shut off and that was it. So I sat there for a few minutes off the side of the road, tried to restart the car, and yeah, definitely was not right. It would basically idle at 2,000 RPMs and almost like it's pegging off the rev limiter. So I think it was in limp mode. So fast forward, and 2 shops later, we finally figured out what was wrong with the car and we got it fixed. Now, shout out to 2 shops actually, Dynamic Imports, which is here in Tempe, and also ultimate shout out to Highline Auto Care. So essentially we could not figure out what was wrong with this car. We tried and tried and tried and could not figure out what was wrong. Well, finally at Highline Auto, which again, shout out to those guys. If you guys have a car with a 2JZ or any Japanese car, I swear you guys should take your car to these guys. They are freaking geniuses. What we found out after doing a little online research is that these old Mark IV Supras and the old JZ 147 Aristos, the ECU, the capacitors inside the ECU leak, and when they leak, they mess up the ECU and the car wigs out. And it's this crazy problem where it could be 17 different things when in all reality it is the actual ECU that needs to be fixed. So we found a guy in California, we shipped the ECU over to him, and he rebuilt the ECU with brand new capacitors, and voila. So we have the car back, and I'm able to enjoy it. I'm actually able to daily drive it and not put miles on the Skyline. So with that, what we're gonna talk about today is a couple things that we did to the car that was more or less cosmetic, has nothing to do with you know, the performance of the car, because I don't think I'm going to do anything crazy to this, but today's video is going to be about what we want to do with the Aristo. What do we want to do with this car? How do we want to build it? How do we want to keep it comfortable but yet have some style? And that's the thing. This is my daily driver, which may change in the next year, but this is my daily driver, and I want to have some style and have some fun with the car as well, because it is an awesome, fun car. So let's go over some of the things that we did to the car, and let me take you guys and show you. All right, guys, so obviously you can see the car's sitting here. She's looking good. So the first thing that we did was we had to figure out what the electrical issue was in the car. So let's sit in. As you can see, the gauges, the Defi gauge setup is completely gone. We got rid of all of it. So it had to go. It had to go for us to actually have an idea of what was going on. So the Defi gauges that were here are gone. The other thing that you'll notice is my ETC reader was gone. Now, I didn't get any footage, guys, of the absolute rat's nest that this had going to it, but it was absolutely insane, guys. Like, we're talking tons and tons of wires. It was awful, and we had to get this out to figure out what the electrical issue is. Now, I still have the SARD attack meter in here, but it is not hooked up currently, and I don't know what to do with this. I'm not sure what to do because it isn't hooked up. Like, obviously the wire runs down here, but it is not hooked up and does not work. I actually, not gonna lie to you guys, I prefer the clean look without the gauges. Now, some of you are probably going, well, Ryan, that was a $1,000 gauge setup. What did you do with it? Well, if you guys see here in my little parts section, we kept the gauges. I got rid of some of the crusty wires. These were some of the wires that were still okay. But as far as the other crusty wires, gone. And I'll probably, if I do reuse these, which I will, probably on the next build car, these things are in great shape. And these Defi gauges are, you know, pretty sweet. So $1,000 gauge setup with the controller. So we are going to keep those. And obviously you can see there's a bunch of other parts sitting up here, but we are gonna keep these and put them maybe in the this car. And also, let's just do this to trigger a bunch of people, because for some reason this triggers people when I do this. So we're gonna draw some question marks real quick. Now this is not easy, guys, doing this with one hand, but let's just trigger a bunch of people real quick. Trigger warning, oh my God. Anyways, yeah, so we may use that for that. But yeah, so there they are. Car's sitting back, it's clean. So what we're gonna talk about in the next portion of the video is, what do we wanna do with this thing? What are we doing with this car? All right, so there you guys have it. Obviously you guys saw the gauges out. Obviously they're over on the shelf behind me. We are gonna reuse those gauges. Defi gauges are very expensive, and these are still in great working shape. Like I said, the old crusty wires we can replace, so I got rid of all those and kept a couple. But I may not use all 4 of them in the other build. And just to give you guys an update on that, we're looking to have the car the first week of June. So obviously there's some things that have to fall into place for us to have that car. But I am gonna wait probably 1 or 2 weeks after I purchase the car and to show you guys. And that's just so I can kind of maybe stack some parts up so we can do a build series right after we get the car. So bear with me. I know you guys keep asking me, what's the car? What's the car? It's coming, I promise. It's just, we have to have some things fall in place, and then once they fall in place, which we're looking they probably will, then we will have the car. And I promise you guys it's gonna be epic. But anyways, back to this about the Aristo. So here's my dilemma. I love this car. It is so much fun to drive, but I have no idea what I wanna do with it. And as far as build goes, because let's be completely honest, guys, daily drivers don't stay stock. Now this car is completely unmolested, nothing done to it. The 2JZ GTE in the car is completely bone stock. And the car has about 66,000 miles on it, which is very low for a car like this. And the thing is in such great shape, and I don't know what to do. I don't know how I want to build it. Do I VIP it? Do I sleeper it? Do I just make it comfortable and just, you know, do a few things? So I want your guys' help here on how to build this car. I think for me, it's asking you guys, because you guys are the ones that ultimately are the ones watching these videos. And the thing is, with this car, no matter what I build it into, I'm gonna love the car because it is so cool and it's such a fun car. And the guys over at Highline are like, man, I kind of want an Aristo now. And people they sleep on this car. And it is a very, very cool car. So I'm leaning towards VIPing it. I want to put some wheels on it. There's a body kit, which I'll post a picture right now. That is the body kit that I'm thinking about putting on the car, and I really just want to VIP it. I think because I own this car, I don't, you know, this is my car. I have the title to the car. I'll probably end up keeping. But that being said, prices of these are going up, guys, and I owe nothing on this car. And right now I've seen them go for 16 to 18. And if they get to 20, I don't know, I might sell the car. So I just need your guys' help in the comments. So that's what this video is ultimately about. What should I do with this car? What should we do with this car? What should we do with the Aristo? I need your guys' help, and I will post a link in my Instagram too as well. And I need your guys' participation. So I need you guys to like this video. I need you guys to comment on this video if you've made it this far. I know this is kind of a goofy video and I didn't really do much in the video, but I need your guys' help. That's what this video is about. So please help me and let's figure out what to do with the Toyota Aristo. And with that, guys, obviously this is a super duper short video. I have to get content out. We're struggling right now with content because parts are on back order. We're gonna have some more R35 content coming up with my dad. We've got a bunch of stuff on the shelf I showed you guys last video or the video before last. And I think we finally found a shop to do some of the work with. Again, shout out to Highline Auto Care. Their owner has a R35 that makes 1,400 horsepower. And he wants to help my dad with his build. And we've kind of got to finally have a direction on the R35 that I think we want to go. So with that, guys, please like, please comment, please share this video. We are over 10,000 subs, so I can probably take the 10,000 sub vision board off and change it to 20,000. I cannot thank you guys enough for how much that means to me, and I'm looking forward to going forward and what we do with this car and the Skyline and the R35 and the new car. So please like the video, please sub, hit the subscribe button, and it helps me out a lot, guys. In this, deuces. I will see you in the next one, and I promise we will have some crazy content coming up, and I love you guys. Deuces.